This is the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550. And now, here's your host, Sarah Mohsin.
Great to be back here again, folks. It is the Pittsburgh Weekend Edition, and we're going to have so much fun here on air with good friend Claudio Rolzano. I mean, how can you go wrong with a name like that?
And you said it right.
So, Claudio, you've done so much. You're the head coach at where?
Carnegie Mellon University.
Awesome. So you're
13th year.
Really?
Just finished up my 13th year.
Yeah, you have just great energy. You're a good friend. We've had lots of laughs. You like to cook. I like to cook.
I do.
Good. Very good. You have a daughter. You have a beautiful wife. All is good.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody's good. Yeah. My daughter's unfortunately graduating high school this year and going to Pitt next year. I don't like that. Yeah. I'm glad she's going to Pitt.
Yeah.
But I just wish the time would slow up a little bit.
I know. Family first, I'll tell you. So I like the work that you do because you really are so involved with young people, which is really important. And you also have your radio show as well. We have good mutual friends like Jim. So I'll tell you, really good energy, and we have lots of laughs, which is important. So share a little bit about what's happening with being a coach at Carnegie and all the other good stuff.
Well, this is my I just finished up my 35th year of coaching. I started at Quaker Valley at Penn State Beaver, Community College Beaver County, Quigley Catholic High School, Duquesne University, and I got the job at Carnegie Mellon in 2005. As I said, just finished up my 13th year. Unbelievable opportunity to coach there. Fantastic school, obviously, but just great players who I couldn't have asked for better people to coach. We won a few championships there. But the first thing I think about are the people that I coach, the quality of people that I coach. And I've been fortunate enough. My goal all my life was to be in professional baseball, and I had great parents, Olindo and Ida Rolzano, who were. I always say this saying. Everybody teases me about this saying, but if you ever see a turtle on top of a fence post, you know he didn't get there alone. And if it wasn't for my parents, I would not be doing what I'm doing today. I've been scouting professionally for 17 years now 18 years with the Global Scouting Bureau. James Gamble, who gave me the break of a lifetime. Love James. And so I've been doing that. I've had different TV shows and radio shows, but I started a podcast last year, and that's going very well, where I'm interviewing a lot of former athletes from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. A lot of them are friends of mine over the years that I've met, and so I'm enjoying that. And I just started another position. I'm working in the front office of the American Boxing Federation. It's a championship belt.
Right.
And have some great people there. Jeremy Lance is the president. Claire Burke is the vice president. Robert Tapia is kind of like he does everything as well, and a great guy. And really enjoying that. And that's there's a few other things on the table that I'm going to be pursuing and
good.
Trying to do all these things at once on top of being a husband and a father and all that. But everything's good. Everything's good.
Can you tell me a little bit about the show, the radio show that you do, and you have a website?
Yes. It's the Claudio Rolzano Show. Pretty creative, right?
It's good. It's a great name, I'll tell you. I want to steal it.
Yeah. But it's on my website, ClaudioRolzano.com. Even if you misspell it, somehow it'll end up with on the site. But I've had some great guests. Rocky Blyer has been on, Jim Rooker, Sid Bream, Roman Gabriel, Al Oliver. So a lot of Pittsburgh people. But I'm also going to have Vince Papale. They had a movie of his life, Invincible, a few years ago. Vince is a great guy. He's going to come on. Former WWE, at the time WWF wrestling champion, Bob Backlund. He's going to be on. Then two guys who are like my brothers, Vinny Paz, the boxer. They just made a movie of his life a couple years ago. Bleed for This. He's going to be on. 5-time world champion boxer. Donnie Lalonde is a former light heavyweight champion boxer as well, so he's going to come on. And these guys, obviously we'll talk about their careers, but we're going to talk about the transition from their career to their life's work, what Chuck Noll used to say, the former Steelers coach.
Right.
And they're very open about their finances, the difficulties they had, the transferring over from celebrity athletes where they are now, but still, a lot of these guys are still loved and they're still celebrities. People flock to them.
They are. I mean, and it's interesting you said that, because ours, in respect to what we do, it's financial wellness, which is very relatable to celebrities who, manage their finances and if not, get the proper coaching as well. So when you look at the situation where you go from being an athlete, a pro athlete, and then having to retire, the dynamics change.
Sure.
Income changes, lifestyle may change, but with the proper coaching as well, that also gives you, those life goals that you can continue to have the same standard of living, right?
And one story I'll never forget, I was with Vinny Paz and in Rhode Island, that's where he's from, and this guy comes up to him, and he had the leather jacket on, he had a little bit of an attitude, and he said, Vinny, I got this great investment for you. And he said, what's that? He said, I have a drink the size of a Coca-Cola bottle that helps with heart disease, blood pressure, baldness, something else, like 4 or 5 different things. Maybe some of them I can't even say on the air. And he said, all I need from you is $140,000, and we'll go crazy. We'll do. And then, Vinny, are you serious? I said, thankfully, this guy was called out, right? So he went. I said, Vinny, you're not thinking about investing in this, because if this guy was legit, the pecking order would be Jesus number 1 and this guy number 2. So these guys do get pounded. Obviously,
Absolutely.
Vinny didn't invest in it, but they do get asked to invest in crazy things. Terry Bradshaw one time, believe it or not, was asked to invest in I forgot the meat now, it was on the tip of my tongue, but anyway, and it didn't work. He lost like $250,000. It was going to be the new meat, and I forgot what the meat was. Maybe it'll hit me, but these
it
guys
happens, because that's you see the income that's generated, and we've worked with so many professional athletes, whether they've retired or are continuing to play. Managing your money in the beginning is very important, because you get quite a big amount, when you're signing on, as well as over the
ostrich eggs. That's what it was, ostrich eggs. Okay.
So I mean, it's common, and that's why it's nice to have you come on air as well, Claudia, because you're working with people who are in wellness, but also youth, because we believe in the future for our kids, and being healthy and strong and being in sports is really important. I'm sure for you, you've seen. Yeah.
It is, and as they say, not only does it develop character, but it also reveals your character, what you have. And like I said, I've been very, very lucky at all the schools I've been, but to have character people, and you can't have a winning program without it. I mean, you see some pro teams, and without naming teams or players, and you see what goes on whenever there's bad attitudes or bad leadership or whatever. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tell my team, and I tell my family, if we pull the same rope at the same time, the same direction, for the same purpose, we'll get a great result. If you have people pulling in different ways, it's not going to work.
Well, life's a team sport. Here's the thing, we can try and we can fight each other or play together and have some fun, and that's really the energy that will get you to whatever your dreams are, because it should be fun when you're pursuing your dreams. It's not about money, it's about having options. It's having that ability to do great things, be of service, give back to community. And for you as a coach, I mean, I think it's remarkable with the work that you're doing, because I can see it. I can see that you have joy, and you have the goodwill, and that good nature. So you have kindness coming through.
Well, I appreciate that.
True.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to come on the show more often to hear these compliments.
But it's true, and people don't realize it is, the smile, the ability to be, open, to be helpful. I mean, nowadays people don't like the word help. I say help is a great word. It's not elevate. What's elevate? To me, that word is rubbish. I'm sorry, folks. But elevate is not a real word. It's help. We all need help, and we all need to be humble enough to say, you can help me, I'll help you, and that's what it's all about,
One of the things I cannot take, be it in sports or just in life in general, I can't take arrogance. Confident, you have to be confident, that's terrific, but Ray Boom Boom Mancini, a boxer, always has a saying. He always says this saying: it's a quick trip from the penthouse to the outhouse. So appreciate what you're doing. Try to help people. Be a positive influence, have impact on people, but you don't have to act like an idiot.
Not at all. And be kind and help. Help each other. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Give me your website again.
It is, I'll spell it for you, ClaudiorRelsono.com, ClaudioRelsono.com.
Yeah, well, as you know, I am a big fan of yours. I support you for all the work. I do, and we definitely will have you back, Claudio. And with that, folks, stay well.
This has been the Mohsin Mortgage Program with Sarah Mohsin. Mohsin Mortgage is licensed in several states for residential and commercial purchases and refinancing. Call 800-662-9550.